Welcome to the Action Shooting Show. I'm going to do a kind of intro to running gun slash my running gun sprinter matches, just to give an idea of how you can put a match on, or like what this match format's like. Something maybe you could do yourself, or if you're coming out to shoot one of my future ones. So we started here at the start line. They give us our run time. We take off. We have already talked about the first stage briefing at the shooters meeting. So as soon as I show up, I'm ready to run. So the way I run these matches is every time you go to use a gun, you load it on the clock, you do all your shooting, and then your last shot is what I call high value. So you drop the magazine, you have a single round left in your gun, and then you shoot your gun empty. If you make it, you get the points. If you miss it, you get a 10-second penalty for it. So that's what I did there. Dropped the mag. Now I've slung the rifle and I'm going to the pistol. The way this stage worked was they had a 3-target array for each position. You had to shoot them and hit them all consecutively. So here I'm struggling a little on pistol, missing the shot. So every time I miss, I have to go back to the first target, then the second. Once I make the second, the third. When I miss the third here, I got to go back to the first one again. Then there's another box after this. So I have to do that. This last position, again, it's a high value. That very last shot's high value. So I'm going to drop the magazine, and I'm going to make that shot. And then from there, I'm kind of policing up my gear, magazines, and I'm taking off to the next stage. So one thing you'll notice here, I'm kind of messing around with my mags. I am taking and putting the mags that I used kind of on the right side of my body, and then I'm switching fresh magazines into my belt. I always like to start, and as well as chest rig, I like to start every stage with a fresh magazine, pistol and rifle on my belt, and then have all my other magazines kind of to the left side, full, and then partials as it goes more to the right. So if I have to do a quick reload, I'm grabbing my reload hands closest to them. When you have room between stages, pretty much at any running gun, that's really something that you want to do. So, in this case, this match, the way it's scored, 40% of your score is your run time. So from the start signal, when you take off, to when you cross the finish line, that's 40% of your score. 60% is shooting, and that's time plus. So however long it takes you to shoot the stage, plus your penalties. The fastest shooter gets 100%. Everyone else gets a percentage of that. And then the practice score kind of does the math for those. So, while you want to move fast between stages, you want to shoot really well too. So the whole point of these is kind of balancing out running and shooting, not being the fastest guy on the course, but shooting like garbage. But if you walk this entire stage match and just walk to them, you're not going to win. You're not going to be able to outshoot, because the really high shooters and finishers are doing both running fast and shooting fast. So as I run up to this stage, normally I try to keep wait time down to a minimum. What wait time is I've showed up and there's still someone shooting this stage. I was the last shooter. They kind of started running them a little quicker. So we started a stopwatch here. And once it's time for me to go, they'll stop the wait time. They'll put that in the tablet, and that'll actually get taken away from my run time. So if it took me, let's say, 12 minutes to run this, and I get 30 seconds wait time here, and I get 30 seconds wait time, that's actually going to be 11 minutes of run time. So right now I'm just kind of hanging out talking to Aro, waiting for the stage to go. On wait time, we generally don't want people touching any of their gear. So, you know, what that means is you can't be playing with your gear. You just kind of have to sit there and wait and be patient. So here the RO is quickly giving me a stage brief, since we did the first stage brief for everybody, and the other 2 stages in this 3-stage match, they are giving me the stage brief like when I first come up before I start. And then once they explain it, if you understand, you tell them, yep, I'm ready. And they'll say shooter ready. They'll give you the beep, and then your stage shooting time starts. So this stage, we have two targets down there, and we're doing from two position with rifle. The left target you had to shoot with your left shoulder. The right target you had to shoot with your right shoulder. And you could do them in any order you wanted. Since you're starting from low ready, I just started on left, made that shot since it's the harder of the two. Now when I'm heading over here, you notice I'll keep my muzzle down range. And since I've already got it off my shoulder, again, I'm going to start with it on my left shoulder because this is a high value. I had to kind of strip the mag out here. The sling got in the way. I want that high value to be the stronger eye. So sling the rifle again. Here you had to load, and in front of every box you had to shoot however many targets were in front of it. And then between it you had to take this kettlebell. You could shoot and hold it, or you could put it down. I kind of elected to do a hybrid. There was 4 shots here, so I wanted to be able to shoot as quick as I could. This next position I only had 2, so you might as well set it down or you might as well try to hold it. You know, that worked okay. This last position, you set it down at the end, or you could set it down and it's the high value again. So drop the mag, get your best chance at getting that shot. So, now it's empty. I'm going to holster up, and we take the kettlebell back to the start for the next shooter, and we're heading on to the third stage. All right, and once again, they're handing me mags. I'm putting them where I want them, making sure the emptier ones are to the left or to the right. The mags that I want to use are on the belt. There's kind of a shorter run to this last stage. So I just want to make sure that when I show up, I'm ready to shoot with the best chance of doing well. We kind of have a saying in run and gun that run time is cheap and shoot time is expensive. In this case, my match, we only have, except for the first stage, we had 120-second par time. All these stages are 90 seconds. So if you start fumbling around for mags, you're going to really be bleeding time on a stage quick. So you want all your mags full, ready to go. While we're waiting here, another tip I will give to the new shooters is make sure your gear's in good working order. We, as ROs, we hear a lot of, people go to make ready, and we can hear how dry their rifles are. I mean, it sounds like sandpaper as they pull it back. They may shoot, but you're really doing yourself a disservice having a dry rifle. Same with pistol. Make sure that's good. Magazines in good working order. All that kind of stuff. Here, again, I'm starting my stopwatch because I have some wait time. Again, I was last. This is kind of unique. We didn't really have, I think we only had 3 or 4 other wait times this whole match. I kind of try to run it so that there's none because it is a little bit of an advantage getting wait time. Yeah, I'm running up to this stage. My son was following me with the camera, so I wasn't running maybe as fast as usual. But you get your heart rate up, and the whole point of run and gun is, the running part of it is to kind of get that heart rate up and see how well you shoot when your heart rate's elevated. Anyone can walk up at resting heart rate and kind of shoot your best ability, but running gun's about shooting while that heart rate is up. That's also why I have people carrying kettlebells and stuff like that. So, while I'm just standing here, my heart rate's dropping, as I go. So, the ROs, again, they're trying to get me going as quick as possible. So I'm going to give them my wait time. They'll put that down, and then the RO is going to give me the stage brief for this. It might be hard to see in these. I have 2 arrays, 2 each, so there's 4 targets of what are called Throom targets. They're just little 2-inch round rubber targets that are self-healing, and we're shooting them from all 4 from each of the 2 orange barricades there in the VTAC. And again, the last shot on each of these with rifle and pistol is going to be high value. It kind of keeps the whole match moving quicker when I do that, and as well as loading on the clock that time, that kind of keeps it moving quick. I had 40 people signed up. We had a little over 30, I believe, that showed up. So kind of keeping this match flowing well is the way I'm able to get as many people through. I think the next match I'll be able to kind of getting a good flow for it. I'm able to get more shooters through than I have in the past, but kind of short par times, just being efficient with your stage design and all that, kind of short runs. that all kind of does a good job in keeping the match flowing well. So there we go. Now switching to pistol. This was kind of a transition drill, I guess you could say. You had to shoot the static steel on the left, one of the plates on the plate rack, and then the static steel on the right, and just keep moving between those. So I shot this pretty clean. Had one of the faster times on it. Again, drop mag, high value. So that is the third stage and last one for this match. All right, at this point, really the main thing is getting back as fast as you can. We're done shooting. There's no reason to keep anything in the tank. There'll be a little bit of a handoff here. I'm kind of getting all my mags staged away. My son's a little bit younger. He can't quite he can't quite keep up with me. So I'm going to take the camera from him at some point here and kind of take off and let him catch up with me at the very end. So you'll see that here right now. And now it's just the run in. So really, like I said, the fun part of this match is seeing how well you shoot under these different circumstances. It's a really good test of gear. I saw at least one or two mag caddies that fell on the ground. Someone's dot died. Like, it's really, really easy to think that your gear's real squared away, and then you start running around and you find out maybe it's not. I mean, for instance, I've got a night match coming up here. If you noticed, I was wearing a night vision helmet without any night vision. There's some new stuff on that match, or in that helmet, and I haven't had a chance to test it out yet. So what I did is just wear it in this match just to see, is anything going to fall off? Is anything kind of, is there a weak link? Is it uncomfortable? Is it going to rub when I start running? Stuff like that's kind of important to square away before you really need it or find it that it's something that you need in a more important situation. So here we're just going to sprint in to the finish line, and then the sprinter race is over. So hope to see you guys out at a match.